Thank you, English. Book 11. Fisherman Peter. Jesus said,
"Go to deep water and catch the fish."
Peter said,
"We fished all night." But didn't catch a single fish. But because you say so, we'll throw the net again.
Can you guess what happened? They caught a lot of fish. Their nets began to break.
Come and help!
Peter shouted. Fishermen in the other boat came to help. They filled 2 boats with fish. Peter and the fishermen were all surprised. Thank you, English. Book 12. Follow me. Jesus was walking by the Sea of Galilee. Peter and Andrew were fishing. Jesus said,
"Come and follow me. I will make you fishers of men."
At once, they left their nets and followed him. James and John were fixing their nets.
"Come and follow me,"
he said again. They also left the boat and followed Jesus. Jesus saw a tax collector sitting at the tax booth. His name was Matthew. Jesus told him to
"Follow me."
He left everything and followed him. Jesus also chose Philip, Thomas, Thaddeus, and Bartholomew, another Simon, and another James and Judas. Jesus called 12 men. They became the disciples of Jesus. Thank you, English. Book 13. Water into wine. A wedding took place in Cana. Jesus went to the wedding. His mother and his disciples went there too. During the wedding party, they ran out of wine.
Huh?
Jesus' mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he says." 6 big jars stood nearby. Jesus said,
Fill the jars with water.
So they filled them to the top. Surprisingly, the water had turned into wine. It was the best wine at the party that day. This was Jesus' first miracle. Thank you, English. Book 14. A Hole in a Roof. This man could not walk. He was lying on a mat. His friends carried him to Jesus. But there were too many people. They could not go into the house. So they went up on the roof. They made a hole in the roof. And lowered the sick friend to Jesus. Jesus saw their faith. And he said to the man,
Get up, take your mat and go home.
Right away, the man stood up. He went home praising God.
Hallelujah!
Thank you, English. Book 15. The Big Storm. Suddenly, a big storm came up. The big waves broke into the boat. The boat started to fill up.
We're going to sink!
The disciples were afraid. But Jesus was sleeping in the back of the boat.
Wake up, Jesus!
They shouted. He awoke and said to the wind and the sea,
Shh! Quiet! Be still!
Then the wind stopped and the waves became quiet. The disciples were amazed and said,
Even the wind and the waves obey him!
Thank you, English. Book 16. Jesus heals a dead girl. This little girl was very sick. Her father, named Jairus, begged Jesus.
My daughter is dying. Please come and save her.
So Jesus went with him.
Jairus! Jairus!
A man rushed up to Jairus.
Your daughter is dead! It's too late!
Jesus said,
Don't be afraid. Just believe.
Jesus came to Jairus' home. People were crying. He took the girl by the hand and said,
Little girl, get up.
Right away, she got up and walked around. Thank you, English. Book 17. 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. A large crowd followed Jesus. Late in the afternoon, the disciples said to Jesus,
Send the people away. They are getting hungry.
Jesus said,
You give them something to eat.
but they didn't have any food. Andrew said,
Here is a boy. He has 5 loaves of bread. He also has 2 small fish.
Jesus said,
Have the people sit down.
there were about 5,000 men. Jesus took the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish and thanked God for the food.
Now, give them to the people.
Surprisingly, they all ate until they were full. There were 12 baskets with leftovers. Thank you, English. Book 18. Lazarus rose again. Mary and Martha's brother Lazarus died. When Jesus came, Mary and Martha were crying. He became very sad.
Where have you put him?
He asked. Jesus went to the tomb. A stone was in front of the tomb.
Take away the stone!
Jesus said. Lord, he died 4 days ago. By now, the smell will be bad, said Martha. Jesus shouted,
Lazarus, come out!
Then the dead man walked out of the tomb. Lazarus came back to life. Thank you, English. Book 19. I Can See Now. A man named Bartimaeus was sitting by the road. He was blind. He was begging for money. One day, he heard Jesus going by. So he shouted,
Jesus, help me!
People told him angrily,
Shh! Be quiet!
but he shouted louder.
Jesus, help me!
Jesus asked,
What do you want? Lord, I want to see!
The blind man answered.
Go,
Said Jesus.
your faith has healed you.
Right away, Bartimaeus could see. He followed Jesus, praising God.
Hallelujah!
Thank you, English. Book 20. A Short Man. He was a short man. He was a tax collector. He was very rich. But he didn't have any friends. No one liked tax collectors.
Tax collector.
Collector.
Tax collector.
His name is Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus, but he was too short to see Jesus. So he went up a tree to see him. Jesus looked up and said to him,
Zacchaeus, come down. I will stay at your house today.
Now Zacchaeus has a best friend, Jesus. Thank you, English.